Right, we're working on, or developing on what we've done before. We're going to have a look at Kafka Clusters. So back to the old Ubuntu virtual machine. Just going to brought up another window here. We are in the Kafka directory, so that's good. What I'd like to look at first is what have I got at this moment in time. So if I go in looking /bin/kafka-topics, and if I describe the topic, and the topic is against the zookeeper, and that's localhost 2181. We should actually be able to see then, essentially what that looks like. And of course, we should identify the topic itself, which was my first topic. There we go. Hopefully all is typed right. It's good. Okay. So we can see we've got my first topic is in partition 0. There's one partition. Leader is 0. There's no other members of this. Replicas equals 0 because I haven't got any replicas for this because I set it up sort of fairly basically. Right. Well, if I move into the config directory, remember we've got a lot of these property files, including the server properties. Now I'm going to start up some more servers. So first of all, I need some config files. So I'm going to copy that server's properties and I'm going to call it server 1 properties. So that's fine. And in fact, we can have server. In fact, we'll do it server 2 and server 3. You can ignore the other one. We're going to remove that later because we've already got sort of server 1. That's the sort of one we've already put in play. You could identify that as server 0, couldn't you? Server 0, server 1, server 2. Whichever way you want to cut this is your choice. Okay, so let's go and have a look at my server 2. So let's do a sudo nano server 2 properties. In we go. Right, broker ID, that needs to change first. I suppose if you had 0, 1 and 2, that would sort of fit here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make this server number 2, matching where we are. So that's good. And then I'll go down to the listeners. Now the listener port on here, bearing in mind we're on a single machine, single IP address, I've got to change that. So 9093 would be the next reference. And then I need to change the logs as well. So if I scroll down, there we are, there's the logs directory /tump/kafka-logs-2. So that looks good. Okay, so we'll edit that one is done, saved as it is. We'll go into the next one. So broker ID, and this is number 3, so 3. Listener port 9092 is taken, 9093 is taken, 9094. So just adding the value to the base, which works. There's some logic to it at least. You might be arguing against that logic at this moment in time, and it's number 3, so that's good. So exit out of there. So they're created. So now what we can do, of course, is we can run those up. Let's come back out of there. We can run those up. They're part of bin. So we're looking at Kafka server. We want to start that server, and the config file, because the only parameter that it takes is the server number, which is server 2. So hopefully that should fire up, and then if we open up another window, in fact what you could do, I'll just exit that, so Control C out of there. What you could do is actually run that in the background. If you do, then just wait for the lines of text to go. So it's all started. Indeed it has, as the last line dictates. ID number 2 has started. Okay, so press return, we're fine because we're running in the background, remember? And we can do number 3 in the same way. Saves us opening up a multitude of windows, of course. The good old ampersand sign at the end. So that looks good. Yeah, ID number 3 has started as well. So that's all in the bag, as they say. So what we could do with doing now, of course, is creating a new topic and spreading that topic across the servers that we have in play, all using Zookeeper, of course, as their sort of central point. So back into bin. This time what we're doing is a Kafka topic, and we are creating a Kafka topic. We're going to associate it with zookeeper, and the zookeeper of course is localhost 2181. Now there's the replication factor to take into account. So how many replicas can we actually do? So we've got 3 servers. We could do 3. Let's do 2 just for this particular one. Partitions. Oh, good. 1, and topic, of course, is my second topic. So let's see. That should all come into play, we hope. That's looking good. Okay, let's describe that now. So if we go back to our earlier message, here we can describe our second topic. And we can see that the second topic has partition 0 because we only asked for 1 partition again, leader 0, and we've got replicas 0 and 2 because we asked for 2 levels of replication. Right, we could have asked for 3. So let's have a look and see how that looks. Let's create another topic, which will strangely be called MyThirdTopic, but we'll set the replication here first, and we'll go for third topic. And there we go. Let's have a look, see what that looks like if we were to describe my third topic. And we can see that the replication here, the leader now is 2. So across the options that we've got, so we had 0, 2 and 3, if you remember. So this is from their IDs. So this time 2 and 3 and 0 is where we've replicated this because we asked for a replication of 3. So fan-dabby-dozy, that is working. Good. So that will also mean, of course, that data can now be actually sent based on that to those topics. So if we go and have a look at our producers in the past have been sending information through to 9092, but if I sent stuff through to 9093, which would be associated with my second topic, well, in fact that would be interesting. We'll have a look, see how that looks. Yeah, that second server, MySecondTopic. So we've looked at the broker list, gone for the second broker. Interesting. Okay. And let's have a look and see what happens if we'll mess with them. We'll mess with the heads. So we're going to second topic again, but I'll only change that second topic. Okay, and let's have a look and see what that looks like. So from the beginning of second topic, there's nothing there. I should have put some in first, actually, shouldn't I? Alarm, alarm 2, alarm 3. So because we're addressing either of those servers, then of course it's working. Yeah. So if we have a look again at the stuff, the output for as far as the description of the second and third topics are concerned, then what we should see. So let's get the describe up. That's the second one. We can see, of course, that the replicas are across 0 and 2. So that seems to be working perfectly fine. Okay, so let's have a look and see if our remote access is getting there as well. So remember that was looking at the first topic. Let's go and look at the second topic again, because we know this works from the beginning. There's some alarms already in there. There we are, and it's good. Okay, so that was referencing port 9092. Let's see if we can do 9093, and again from the beginning. Yep, and 9094. And there we go. So all 3 servers in the mix we can address. The port numbers associated with it because it's listening on each and every one of those ports now. Good. So that worked. and that was against my second topic, which has a replication factor of 2, and my third topic, remember, has a replication factor of 3. So we can see this working both locally now, and we can see it running remotely. Right, let's put a couple more, let's clear some of those alarms. We're playing with it. So there we go, that's alarm 2 cleared. Well, at least that would be the meaning, of course. Right, as we said, looking at this leader, the leader is 0, which is interesting. Okay, out of the 2, the leader is 0 for this one. Remember, the leader was 2 for the other topic, so it's moving things around. So let's have a look and see what happens if we were to sort of hack it a little bit. So what we'll look for is the server 2 properties. To put a dot in there somewhere. Against the processes that are in place, so we can actually see that we have got one here. If we scroll back up, we can see that that has a process number of 29475. Right, so let's kill that. Okay, let's kill that process number there, just to be absolutely sure. So sudo kill -9 and paste him in. Pasty. And let's see what happens. Okay, so that seems to have done something. So if we go and have a look at the description of that topic, in fact, let's just do that cleanly now here. So describe zookeeper and MySecondTopic. So we'll have a look, and we now see that the leader is still 0. The replicas are 0 and 2. Let's go and have a look and see what's happened with regards to alarms. The alarms are still getting through. So as far as we're concerned, and looking at the second topic, it's all working, even though we had a hit against that particular server in terms of taking part of that server, or attempting to take that server out of action. Okay, so it seems to have recovered very nicely. So let's have a look and see if that is still true. So we'll have a look at that again. In fact, you can see that the server has actually died on us. So when we have a look now at the second topic, it's still showing the second topic as being leader 0 and so on. So if we have a and showing the level of replication still as 2, it is working, but we know that that particular element is in fact the first server. Okay, so it's had no impact on that particular element in that cluster. So let's have a look at what's happening with number 3. Oh, hang on. Don't you just love it when it does that? So we can see the third topic, leader is 3, replicated across 2, 3 and 0. So it seems to suggest that all 3 are actually available for it. And again, the leader there being number 3, if we was to kill that, what would actually happen to that? So this is correct in terms of number 2. Number 3, remember, we did the replication factor of 3, but we've actually killed 2. Yeah, so it's okay. The leader is now 0. So we've got 0, 2 and 3 as options to us. So it's still showing up, even though we can see that the process itself has actually died. Okay, there's nothing there, right, when we actually go searching for it. So of course what we could do is start that server process back up again and see what happens, if anything, to the leader. for either of those groups, so either of those topics. So let's go back into bin, and we're doing a Kafka server start, and the server that we're starting this time is number 2. So there's only one element in here, so server 2 properties, pop them in the background and see what happens. Is he coming back? So let's have a look, see if he's there. He's there. Right, let's see if that's had any impact on our topics. There's the third topic. So the leader is 3. Okay, replication is 2, 3 and 0. So that doesn't seem to have changed. And if we have a look back against, well, I'll just pop it in here. I think it's the next one above that. There it is. My second topic. We have a look in there. That was 0 before and it's now on 2. So we know where the leaders are. Right, let's go get the server properties, because that's been the constant one a lot, if you like, all the way through this. And what we've got here, of course, is that sort of base server. So that's always the one to mess with, isn't it? If you really want to make a mess of things, go and get rid of that one. So we'll do a sudo kill -9 and we'll get rid of that. Paste. Now remember what was happening before, so obviously things are going to die. That's good. Okay, if we do another grep against that, we might still be there. That's gone. Okay, that's gone. Right, so if we have a look now and we look at what's happening with regards to the third topic, we can see now that there's been a change here. Yeah, the leader has now been pushed on to number 2. Even though we got rid of 0, 3 was there before. And if we go and have a look at the second topic, we can see the leader is also 2. Okay, so there have been changes made here. And I think, of course, is all the way through this is what's been happening to our topics. This is the second topic. Is it working? Let's have a look and see what we've got. So it says here, warning the producer, the connection to node 0 could not be established. Broker may not be available. So this had actually established its connection through to broker 0. So broker 0 is down, it seems. Let's have a look, see what it says now. Yeah, it's taking the inputs. Let's have a look and see what we've got over here. We don't seem to have anything of an output. Let's stop the session and see if we can start that again. So this is on 9092. There we go. There's no client on 9092, so we can't use that. So if we go to 9093, next one up, and I'm just going to stop the producer on the other side. If we have a look at this one, this was actually talking to 9093. So we'll start that one again. And we'll start sending out alarms. So having problems out here with regards to the receiver, the consumer. Let's put that up to 9094. We should be seeing all of the alarms coming through here from that cluster. Now we've had a good go at this cluster, of course. So that's actually stopping us. Give it time, you see. You've always got to give it time. That's actually stopping us from seeing those sessions coming through. What about the remote one, which was this one here? That seems to be broken as well. So if we just do a Control Z out of there Let's go and have a look and see if we can see. Right, 9094 is where we were before. 9092, 9093. Let's have a look, see what we've got. Number 2 should be working, so that was 9093. 9093. So, but we've got a real sort of hit as a result of making those changes. So it was working, it was handling that quite nicely to start off with, but it would seem that the servers and the status of those servers is not so clever at this moment in time.